Jon, were you surprised by the verdict?
Well, I was both surprised and extremely disappointed. I think that's an understatement, but yes.
And what about Michelle? Was she expecting to hear not guilty today?
I think that she was hoping for not guilty. She's been very stressed, very upset for the last couple of days. The question that the jurors had asked yesterday wasn't as favorable in my mind as the question the day before. So we thought that they were leaning at least in the direction of one of the tampering with evidence charges, but I was personally shocked by the finding of a conspiracy to commit murder. I still firmly believe that there's absolutely no evidence to support the fact that she knew in advance what Dulos was up to and what he was planning in advance. That's my view, so I am shocked.
Why do you think the jury voted guilty to conspiracy?
Well, in my mind, this is all somewhat of the way I tried to portray this as hindsight bias, where they took what happened later and just assumed, well, if she was helping him in any way, she must have known in advance what he was doing or what he had planned. And I just didn't think there was any evidence in the record to show or to even suggest that she knew in advance what he was planning.
Do you think that the jury heard information about Michelle and Fotis's lawyer, Kent Mawhinney, and Fotis creating all of this evidence behind the scenes, the alibi notes and the phone call at Fotis's house, and thought, well, that sounds like a conspiracy?
I think it all comes down to the conclusion that she must have made false statements during the interrogations. And again, that's 2 weeks later, and she still denied any knowledge throughout all three of those interrogations from June 2nd, June 6th, and August 13th, knowing what he had planned. They tried every trick in the book in terms of interrogation techniques, lying to her, cutting her off, telling her things that her memory was false, all the things that I thought I hoped the jury would understand, playing on her language deficiencies. It apparently did not.
We were just looking a moment ago at the video, the moment the verdict was read, and Michelle Troconis' head was on the defense table. She was openly weeping. People heard that in court. And I wondered what that was like for you sitting beside her and what conversation you had after that moment.
Well, the moment, I have to say, was one of the worst moments that, not only is it a worst moment for any lawyer who does this kind of work, but I would say in my career, it was one of the worst. She was completely tightened up and sobbing. Even before she put her head down while still standing, I had to hold her up. So, and she was leaning against me, and I think that she might have fallen down into the chair if I hadn't done that. I'm not giving up here. I think there were a number of what I would say are incorrect rulings, at least in my opinion, that would be grounds for an appeal. I plan on immediately going to work on preparing a motion for new trial, listing some of those issues. I'm going to also file a motion for acquittal, notwithstanding the verdict, and eventually start working on an appeal.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.